will report you to the social service. I will report you to social services. And you, the mother, Amopokuya, who you are supposed to be the one that protects these kids. You're the one that is supposed to protect these kids. You also leave them and stay behind your husband and start insulting other women. Don't you think that this man needs psychiatric evaluation? And I made it through surgery with no colostomy. When did that become an insult? Inti ya papa me yama na ye day. Obi no onyare o awo keka wo kowo ene manyina ye pai ni yama ansa no wo tumi awo. When did ya pai wo yam become an insult? What do you prostate cancer no? Bema utumi tina wo shwa so 11 good hours. Prostate cancer na yo. Ukoti munsio kan. Infection wo ukoti mu no. Emunsio ni free ba na egu yere ho a. Enu ne ma wo feel say obi aba bi bon.
Memo kwaba na masanso echia wo family this particular platform so I was it update as ebuso ensem do no nsensem bi asanso apapia pa etrene ye wo media so na ensem de link mo asempi emfanso so master so become ho ye tumi abba na ye kopiem e wo nsem ne mu entertain to details embra ye ba na de aka bia so wonsa etumi aka bi overlike overshare na wo ye so subscribe your press the bell icon account sedia konkon se bia ba wonsa etumi aka bi yan kombro ye ba ye betwas.
Nowhere in any shape or form say I have to be quiet and endure your nonsense. There is no way that I have to be quiet and tolerate all the insults. So if I have to insult you back to have some relief whilst I'm waiting for the legal process to take place, I will do that. Because I am not going to let you break me. I'm the last person that would break. And you've always mentioned in your videos that you know how to provoke people to come out. But you, I'm telling you, you haven't provoked me yet. But I'm out because I want everybody and the legal process to know about what you're still doing. You have no remorse. What you did. You've hidden that page that you used to do it. But you've opened another one and you are still coming at me and attacking me. But as a woman that is raised 2 girls, I am not going to let you break me. So I'm here to tell you that I'm not afraid of you. I'm not afraid of you. I'm not scared of you. But I've just been this person that I'm just like, you know what? I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait for the legal action. And I think my silence, you're taking it for granted and you want to keep disrespecting me. Natina, wosho bema, mi wo bebre wo mi fie. Wosho bema, mi wo bebre wo mi fie. No mun jimi te sa wo. Me wo lawyers, me wo professors. Me were teachers, me were engineers, ewo mi fie. Womun jimi te sa wo. Bema jimi fo. Bema kwa siya kwa donto. Awo nkola wo fie. Ede wo yiri jimi fo no. Oba jimi fo no. Ose baby ameka asema mi bo ni di no. O mekre baby ame bo ni di wanra masem ni mu a nti oba fo tantan sa abegina wa wo di matam nti amopoku nti wa nti wugina wa wo beto me nti won fere. Hwedia waye, look at how you've been intimidated in your marriage. You as a woman, instead of you to stand and protect your kids, you have a man like this in your home. Insulting women. What example is he setting for these kids? They are going to grow up and think, say, a man sitting at home and insulting women is normal. You have a daughter in that household, and your husband sits in public on Facebook Live and shows the nude of women, insult women with their private part, says it in the native language, profane, nasty words, and these kids are in the home, and then he will scream at your kids to bring him food whilst he's sitting out insulting women. And you as a mother, you're not protecting these kids from this monster. You're not protecting these kids from this monster. You have a man like this in your household, and you think you are enjoying a marriage for you to support him to insult other women. Amapokuya, you are a disgrace to your family, and you are a disgrace to the sisterhood, and you are a disgrace to womanhood. You call this a marriage? Look at how your kids are under this situation. A man who can sit on Facebook Live for 11 good hours when his kids cannot even step out to go and play, cannot even step out for fresh air. These kids are locked up in the household because their dad is on Facebook Live 11 good hours, not doing any educative program other than insulting women, attacking women, inciting people to fight with others. And you think I have to be quiet and endure that and let him do that to me? And you as a woman, you support a behavior like this. Instead of you to find a safe place and take your kids so they don't think this is normal. If there is a little boy growing up in that household, you think this is a very good example? This is an environment for a child to live in? But you have the audacity to come out and support your husband to insult other women who have done nothing to you. This man came on Facebook, called himself an apostle, started with the Bible, preaching God's word. After a while, when people have trusted him and followed him as a man of God, he turns into a monster. All he wants to do, hours on hours, fighting, instigating, insinuating, inciting people against people. All he wants is to fight negativity. To the extent of showing a woman's nudity live on Facebook Live. And now that he heard about me going to use the law against him, he's hidden that page. And now his new thing is he will come out. And now he's hiding his face. Natina, I will let the law deal with you. You live in UK. I will let the law deal with you. And then you sit around and tarnish me, and now you degrade me to the extent of telling me that I cannot afford a lawyer to take you to court. I'm telling you, if I have to borrow, I will borrow to let the law deal with you. I'm sick and tired of your insults. A woman like me, I bet you up and down. Physically, I'm beautiful. Emotionally, I'm established. I'm sound. I'm stable. But you find ways to ruin my reputation, to say all kinds of stuff about me. And you want me to just always shut up and just let you do whatever you want to do. I'm here to tell you, I'm not afraid of you. You cannot break me. I am who I am, and I will be who I will be. I know myself. I will not let you, a man that has no good example, that cannot be a role model for kids, to tarnish me and think that you can break me. I'm sorry, you cannot. But I'm here to tell you, say, I am not scared of you. I am not afraid of you. You call yourself a pastor. You call yourself an apostle. You've had a couple of churches in UK. Where is your church? Why don't you stay in the church and preach? Why don't you go to church on Sundays to preach? You're on Facebook bullying women, inciting fights between women, instigating women against women. And you just sit back just so you can sit on your live video, insult people, receive stars, receive online money, instead of you getting a second job. You know the negativity goes far. And so you've resorted to that to just degrade women. So other women that do not know their value, do not know who they are, can support you and give you money and give you stars and push you. Do it. Go ahead. Do it. As I sit here, I am a proud mother of two. I've raised two girls, a college one and one that is done with college, working as a resourceful citizen. Na kwasi abema wo betina ho atemdidie. You just sit on there with that big flask of alcohol and just keep drinking and insulting. By the time you're done with your show, you're fully drunk around your kids. A drunk father that has kids in the household. You sit in public and sit on Facebook Live with alcohol in a big cup. And you confirmed it. There is a confirmation video that you fully confirm that yes, when you're coming live, you drink. And you think this is an example you have to set for little kids that are growing in a household. I will report you to the social service. I will report you to social services. And you, the mother, Amopokuya, who you are supposed to be the one that protects these kids. You're the one that is supposed to protect these kids. You also leave them and stay behind your husband and start insulting other women. Don't you think that this man needs psychiatric evaluation? A man who can sit on live video hours on hours and all he wants to do is insult women. It's sad. And you think it's normal. You think it's acceptable to have your kids around a situation like this. You think it's acceptable. Na benkete chie tifie diatam and kwale twani ho ahia. Na wakan kwale gudem, na watupnum. Put his kids in a room, close the door, and go into another room and just scream and yell and scream and yell. Depression is real. Depression is real. And before you know, it would be too late. That anger and bitterness that is building up in this man, one of these days, it's going to get out of hand. And you as a mother, you should be the one protecting these kids from this behavior. One of these days, it's going to go overboard. And you know what has happened in the Ghanaian community? A lot is happening around here. Children that are rebelling against their parents. Parents that are rebelling against each other. Parents that have built like bitterness against their kids. It's coming. It's coming. And one of these days, you're going to regret as a mother that you did not protect your kids from an angry human being like this. This man is so angry and bitter. And nobody knows his childhood. Nobody knows what is triggering him to behave the way he behaves. And you as a mother, you have young kids in that home. You support your husband to lock the kids up in a room so he can come and sit on his camera and insult women. This means you are in a marriage where you are being intimidated. You are in a marriage that you are not able to voice out. Because no woman that is free in a marriage, in her right sense, will support a man to insult another woman. You are standing there and he's using women's private part to insult them, to intimidate them. And you're supporting it. You are at the background, supporting it, throwing yours in there. Amapokuya, me as a woman, I respect myself and I would not tolerate any man with that behavior in my household. I would rather be single. For your husband to sit there and talk about me not being able to have sex and not have a man to sleep with me. Let me tell you, sex is not an achievement. I would rather be single than have a bully, a narcissist in my household. I would rather be single than have a man who has no respect for womanhood. I would rather be single. How do you feel as a woman when you're laying there and this man makes advances and lays upon you? How do you feel as a woman? You have no integrity. You have no respect for yourself. And so you encourage that behavior in your household to the extent of coming out to insult a woman your husband is insulting, using their private part in the native language. Just say, and some phone time and a free bema yanumuba into what your bana wujina nechino, into what da hoda bema prepro, no baba da, into a ya was saying. Dear wo I would di ma for fratem no. E ye no no da. How do you feel? Don't you feel ashamed of yourself? Don't you feel demeaned? Don't you feel degraded? Wo amapokuya be di me matem. Na me ho tesen wo amapokuya. Me ho tesen wo ye twa wutiri efri wo nipadua so a wo gina wo bi hu se wo your boss or your bema. Me ye twa mti free so ye de me gina ho bia be hu so me your ba. Ejina ho ma be me di wo batam. 90 said when did having surgery become an insult? When did having a condition that requires surgery become an insult? When did having a bowel rupture and having a surgery and having an incision in your mid-abdomen became an insult? When did that become an insult? When did having a medical condition and requiring surgery become an insult? But you sit there to the extent of insulting me with a surgery that I had to have, a medical condition that the doctor recommended surgery. at that moment. And I made it through surgery with no colostomy. When did that become an insult? Inti ya papa me yama na ye day. Obi no onyare o, a walk e ka walk wo, and the men na ye pai ni yama ansa no wo tumi awo. When did ya pai wo yam become an insult? What do you prostate cancer no? Bema utumi tina wo shwa so 11 good hours. Prostate cancer na ye. Ukoti munsio kan. Infection e wo ukoti mu no. Emunsio ni free ba na egu wo yere ho a. Eno ne ma wo feel say obi aba bi bon. Wo hunsio na bon. Hunsio bon. Wunu mensa na wo te wo na mfifre ni free wa. Mfifre ni said yesi bon no. Sa na ukoti munsio bon. Bema fun a wuni buo ema wo ho nti wo tena asiansa fun kwa na free wo no mu ba no bema fun bema chimifo kwasia bema yeso kwasia me se wo so wo fa ka akọ yunkransa akobusa wo ma me se yampa wo mu ho kete nanka wa jimi nanka wa be ye sofo wo de apostle ato so no nka wo jimi no nkwase asam sesa wo sori a man tokwa da bia wo bedi wo batam da bia wo betena ho a asem bia wo kan bia yatam didi a wo di wo ba benka techie ti sa wo edu sabita fracha wo be ma to wanim anyenye mama didi ma asori mienu a wo bie na brochire ni nyina agu Sha collection jidie eje sadia ne density wo Ghana nso abamu a atumi abia sori ema oti asori abroche collection ne ji easy antumi antena asori baako should have been a lesson whatever you did wrong. And the second church would have been a lesson to you for you to be able to hold that church. Atumi atena abroche ati asori twice. Ni nyina masem enya wo fere wo betina wo na wo di matama enya wo fere na mani di ubi dia na so na wo kam me se amra no me nu bedi nti wo di di matama kadia wo be ka bia kasa kwosroba fom me se me do be famra kwaso I am not going to let you off this hook me kwai bia me do be faso nti na wo feel say wo betena ho no wa di matem nanka maye din na me hwo krachi din ni dia maye since May up to September and my diamo wadi matem wo so video bia one di matem kra na nya 2 to 3 minutes asa woni munyansa na adwene da wutimu a ko bi di ubone na me ka cho se nipa na wo di ubone no o ka o di obi atem onu na wo di ubone nanka minyawo na di matem sa hwe atem ne de wo bedi mi and some ne de wo beka but what you did on May 22nd no is why I will take you to court. What you did is why I will take you to court. Mu UK mrano I have 3 years inti ye pa ye bedi ye ho atama 3 years eka 6 months I'm a 3 years na so me so pen but me mane nkwasa long inti di matem na ebubo beto wo puna no a ebubo ni ye bebo wo punum ni ye de show nsama eya be so camera na di matem atem na wo di mi ni nyina masugu so mi suro wo krachi mi suro na ya say your friend say wo pesa wasam yeda wo de nyansa na nante inti na my dear ma tolerate you up till this time. Na maba me ma why ya aware say you are now going to break me. You did what you did, and you're still insulting me. And you've made mention, say, you will do it till something happens. And I'm letting you know nothing would happen to me. Nothing will happen to me. I will let the Lord deal with you. Criminally, I will take it up to you. And civilly, I will take it up to you. Kwasia, Jimmy for.
Abushanti in some way, and I met me and no dear blind good see, and some mu entered to me at their babe. Beauty, I'm no dear coffee by Master over into a comment section who you are like it. Now, watch share. And that's never first time to subscribe who you are pressing. Bell icon come said ya. This is similar but this particular platforms people said to me. I can't insanely be now wait to me. I share a high gossip update as to concern trendy old media so and I'm a and sending now. Na etumi akɔgye ɛyɛ nsɛm no bi nkyerɛ mu etumi ɛde ba makara